black. All good videos start with a black screen. And a countdown. Yeah, an old school countdown. That's good. And an intro. Home media reviews. The house that Batman built. The Lego Batman movie. Yeah, a movie all about me and my sick 9-pack. Whoa. How about that fade? Look at that. Seems like it was professionally done. Not by me, of course, but by, like, somebody just a little bit lower than I am. Everyone, please thank Batman for his guest introduction to this home media review. I expect a round of applause. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Clap. Clap for Batman. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Can we talk about you letting me host the rest of the review? Because I really want to talk about my sick 9-pack. No, Batman. It's my show. He gets very finicky whenever I don't let him talk directly into the microphone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of Home Media Reviews. This review is on the Lego Batman movie. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the history section. So the Lego Batman movie hit theaters on February 10th, 2017. I was there opening weekend with a couple of friends. We went to this theater that's actually now been closed down. It was out a little far past my town. It was like a couple of towns over. Me and the friend of mine that actually showed me Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, the first time me, him, and his brother went to go see Lego Batman in theaters, and it's kind of sad thinking that theater is no longer there. It got bought up by a mega church, actually, and it kind of sucks that it's not there anymore, because it was the cheapest theater in town. They only charged like $7-8 a ticket, compared to nowadays where I'm paying about $12 to $13 a ticket. Thanks, movie theaters. We saw it, we loved it, we thought it was fantastic, and of course, you know, I was there on June 13th, 2017, when the DVD, the Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray, and the 4K all came out. Yeah, you heard me right. 3D Blu-ray. Lego Batman got a 3D release in 2017. How is that possible? I don't know. Lego Movie got a 3D release. I guess it's following in that footstep. But Lego Movie came out at a time when 3D at home was kind of still popular, even though it was still kind of dying. I don't really get why Lego Batman got a 3D, but it did get a 4K, so that's cool. It was an early adopter of the 4K format. Just like with any blockbuster movie, we have a plethora of exclusives to go through. There was a Target exclusive that came with a Batgirl minifigure and a postcard set. Cool stuff for Target. This one might be the best release of this. And that Batgirl figure, that's looking pretty good. I think that was just the figure. It wasn't a stupid keychain, like with some of the other Lego features that have been released. Best Buy, of course, had its exclusive steelbook. This artwork, I don't know. I like the theatrical poster a lot. I really like its striking yellow and black visuals with the yellow of the background and the black of Batman's suit. This one, it's a lot of yellow, not a lot of black. It's really just the black for Batman's cowl as he's putting it over top of his head. And the artwork is really simplistic. I wasn't a fan of the steelbook artwork. I like the theatrical poster art way more. Here's a name we haven't heard in quite a long time. Toys R Us had an exclusive version. It doesn't come with anything extra. Rather, it removes something. It removes the digital copy. You remember back when we talked about Incredibles 2 and Avengers, Infinity War, and Solo, how Disney was removing digital copies from their movies at Walmart? Toys R Us did this first with Lego Batman. That's a stupid marketing tactic, Toys R Us. Why is there no digital copy? This is why you died horribly and painfully. Actually, it's not why they died at all. It had nothing to do with that, and it's very sad. I miss you, Toys R Us. Please come back. And our final exclusive was a Walmart exclusive, and it came with a lunchbox. Kids movie, guess that makes sense. stupid in my opinion. I'm not going to use it. Why the hell would I need a lunchbox? And a cheap lunchbox at that. Later on in 2017, on December 12th, to be more specific, there was a Blu-ray reprint that actually included something different. It included a Vudu credit. It was like a $2, maybe $5 credit for something over on Vudu that you could buy. Walmart actually owned Vudu at this point. It's since been sold off to Fandango, which now it's Vudu by Fandango Movies, as it's known nowadays. But back then, it was Walmart's streaming service. So they gave you some free money to use over on Vudu, which is actually one of the best streaming outlets right now for redeeming your digital copies. Suck it, Movies Anywhere. Vudu beats you. And also Google Play. You stink as well. Why aren't you available on Windows? Why can I only access my content through the app on my phone and through the web browser on my computer? Why can't I download it to my computer? Why don't you have your own iTunes? That doesn't make any sense, Google. You suck. On October 2nd, 2018, we got another Blu-ray reprint with simplistic artwork on the slipcover. It's just Batman running at you. This artwork stinks. And then on January 29th, 2019, there was a Blu-ray reprint with Lego Movie 2 Cash. It was like $8 or something towards a ticket to see the movie. So if you went to a discount theater, you could have got a free ticket. But if you went to a normal theater, you had to pay like $4. And that is it for your most up-to-date release of Lego Batman 2019. That's sad. You'll notice how it's only the Blu-ray copy that has been reprinted, not the standard DVD. Or has it? Recently, I walked into my local Walmart and I was looking through that big $5 barrel that's filled with just cheap crap, you know, like Megalodon versus Giant Sharktopus or something. Those kinds of movies for $5. Strangely enough, they had a lot of Nicolas Cage movies. I guess because The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent just hit theaters, which is great, by the way. You should definitely go see it. They had a lot of his movies on Blu-ray there for $5 a piece, like USS Indianapolis, Knowing, Joe. Knowing actually got an exclusive 2-pack with Moonfall at Walmart for some odd reason. That's just a great deal. $20 for 2 movies, that's a great deal. And if I liked Moonfall and I knew what the hell Knowing was, I probably would have bought it. Anyway, back to Lego Batman. I was scrounging through the DVDs and I find this. The Lego Batman movie on DVD. So you might think, hey, this is just a normal copy of Lego Batman 2. They probably just had backstock that they threw into this giant barrel. But look at that sticker. Feb 22. February 2022. This is a recent printing of Lego Batman. They wouldn't re-shrink wrap this movie and then slap a new sticker on it. No, that's a new pressing. They've actually reprinted Lego Batman on DVD and thrown it into the Walmart $5 bin. So the most recent copy of Lego Batman that you can get now is on DVD and at Walmart. That also sucks. That concludes your history. Let's move right along to the close-up section. Alrighty everyone, here's your close-up look at the Lego Batman movie. We only have one copy here to look at. We have our standard Blu-ray plus DVD combo pack, so let's jump into it. Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital HD up in a blue bar on the top. The newer DC logo. We have always be yourself, unless you can be Batman. Lego Batman movie logo down there. It is embossed, so it does feel like a bunch of little Lego bricks there. It's kind of slanted, so it's kind of weird to show on camera here, but then you've got Batman, Robin, Batgirl, Joker, Alfred, Superman, The Flash, Catwoman, Riddler, Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, and is that the reporter? It's been a while since I've watched this movie, so is that the reporter from the movie? I'm not sure who that character is right now, but pretty classic poster out there. I really like how bold the yellow coloring is. It looks like the Lego yellow color, so that's cool. Kept this sticker on there from when I picked this up new back in the day. includes 4 new animated shorts and much more. And then a Legoland free kids ticket with the purchase of a full-priced single-day adult ticket. Unfortunately, the offer expired at the very end of 2019, so I can't go to Legoland with a fake child that I don't have. But it is up to a $89 value, so that's cool. Spine, Blu-ray disc logo, Lego logo, DC logo, Lego Batman movie, Warner Brothers logo. The back features a little quote here, action-packed and full of heart. I happen to agree. Barcode sticking out. Batman, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Joker as he's leaning up against a wall. Blurb about the movie. Superior special features. 4 new animated shorts, 4 deleted scenes, and 6 featurettes. A little bar down here telling you how digital HD works. RIP, Ultraviolet, that no longer exists. I still forget that Ultraviolet shut down because I primarily use Voodoo, so I forget that Ultraviolet's not a thing anymore. You got legalese and stuff down there at the bottom. Take our slipcover off. Same poster art underneath. Same spine. Same back, except your Ultraviolet thing is removed to make way for cast and crew and more legalese. Mention this is a combo pack, so we've got our DVD over here on the side. You notice it just says movie because there are no special features on the DVD disc, I'm assuming. And then the Blu-ray disc has the same coloration, except it's a different pose for Batman here. But you can see it has a Blu-ray disc logo down at the bottom, so that's cool. So that wraps up your close-up. Let's move right along to the menu tour. Alright folks, here's your menu tour for Lego Batman. We're starting off with our DVD. Just like last week with Flashpoint Paradox, we have a lower quality menu along with very simple options down here at the bottom. Again, standard Warner Brothers menu. We have play, scene selection, languages, and a commentary track. That's cool to see on this format. Let's look at the language options first. We've got English, English descriptive, French, Spanish, Mexican Spanish, and then Colombian Spanish. And then for subtitles we have English, French, and just Spanish. No specific version of Spanish. Here's our scene selection menu. We've got little boxes with photos from the movie and numbers telling us what number scene they are. We have 10 scenes, 11 with credits. I guess that makes sense. That's kind of a short number of scenes. I mean, I know this isn't very long. It's what, like 90 minutes or so, but I don't know, 10 scenes seems a little short for a movie like this. And here we are for the Blu-ray menu. You would be forgiven if you thought I hadn't changed anything because this is the same picture as on the DVD. I think it's just zoomed in just a tad bit. It's also in HD, so it looks a hell of a lot better. Now we have different options here on the bottom. We have play, scene selection, audio, subtitles, and special features. I'm willing to make a large bet that our scenes are going to be exactly the same as on the DVD. Oh, they cut the last scene. So no credit scene. It's just 10 scenes now, so I would have lost that bet. For audio, we have Dolby Atmos. On a Blu-ray. Interesting. We have a DTS mix. We also have a descriptive audio mix, French, Spanish, Mexican Spanish, and then Colombian Spanish, Portuguese, and that's it. Cool that there's a Dolby Atmos mix on the Blu-ray. I did not know that. I might test that out for this viewing this movie. English, French, Spanish, Latino Spanish, Portuguese, and then no subtitles. I forgot to say that was the subtitles menu. I'm moving through this pretty fast. Special features include animated shorts, The Master, a Lego Ninjago short, deleted scenes, featurettes, promotional material, and the commentary track. Let's take a look at the animated shorts. Dark Hoser, Batman is just not that into you, Cooking with Alfred, and movie sound effects. How do they do that? For deleted scenes, we've got Batcave Studio, Lollipop, Batman and Mayor Swap, and Clayface. I don't know anything about those deleted scenes. I don't think I've ever actually watched them. Featurettes include one about making the Lego Batman movie, Rebrick contest winners, Inside Wayne Manor, Brick by Brick making Lego Batman movie, Behind the Brick, Me and My Minifig, and then that's it. That's a lot of featurettes for this release. A lot of special features on here. And I love that they have promotions, like trailers and stuff on here too. We have trailer 1 with Will Arnett intro, trailers 2 and 3, Lego Life trailer, Follow Me Online, Don't Skip, Happy Holidays jingle, Batsby's New Year, Team Cutdown, Comic-Con panel. Now that's cool that they put that on here. I definitely want to watch that at some point. That is a lot of special features to put on this disc. That's a great amount. I really like that. Is it weird that I'm more excited for the promotional stuff rather than the actual featurettes? I want to watch the Comic-Con panel for this movie. That's really cool that that's on here. Anyway, that wraps up the menu tour. Let's head on back and answer the 5 main questions as always. Alright, so we're back from the close-up. Now it's time to answer the 5 main questions as always. Number 1, where can you pick this product up? I just told you can buy it at Walmart. Go now and look for yourself. See if your Walmart has any of those copies in their $5 barrels. Number 2, is this product still being printed nowadays? I can say yes to this. It's May of 2022. This was reprinted in February of 2022. That's insane. I can answer yes. Number 3, should you pick this product up? Yeah, I've been saying that sucks a lot throughout this entire review, but you know what doesn't suck? This movie. This movie is a damn good time. Will Arnett is fantastic as Batman. I love his take on this very cocky, comedic Batman who really thinks a whole hell of a lot of himself. He thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. We've seen dark and brooding Batman. They make jokes about that throughout this entire movie. But now we see a Batman who actually kind of enjoys his job and likes all of the fame and fortune that comes with that job. He absolutely adores his work as a superhero. And Will Arnett does a great job voicing Batman. He pretty much is always in character, even as Bruce Wayne when they're supposed to be two different people, but really they're not. Showcasing that Batman is not the mask. Bruce Wayne is the mask. Alright kids, who wants a shot from the merch gun? However, Arnett also does a great job at pulling off the emotional side of Batman as we look deeper into his psyche and realize he's not enjoying being alone. He actually doesn't want to be the lone crime fighter. He wants a family. Well, kind of wants a family. He doesn't want to get hurt again, like how he lost his parents. He doesn't want to let people in. Hell, he barely even keeps Alfred around, played by Ralph Fiennes, who is also pretty great. Alfred, what are you doing? I'm Master 60s. What? No, Master Wayne, you're on timeout. Oh, that is so not cool. You on timeout me right now. The movie does a great job at showing Batman's character arc throughout it as he is learning to accept help and let people back into his life. It's a slow progression, and it's mainly told through the character of Robin and how he is introduced into Batman's life, but it does a great job at telling it, and it leaves you feeling satisfied when the credits roll. You feel like Batman has actually changed. Robin, played by Michael Cera, is also the best version of Robin we've gotten on screen? We don't have a lot of options. Pretty much just Chris O'Donnell. And of course Michael Cera is better than Chris O'Donnell because he's just hilarious. Again, everybody in this movie is funny. They're bringing great vocal performances. And you are completely 110% expendable. I don't know what that means, but okay. He's so giddy. I love Robin. His big eyes, those goggles that he calls glasses that make his eyes way bigger than they should be. I mean, he's cute. I love Robin. These pants are a little tight. Hang on. Rip. Oh yeah, that's better. Come on, Batman, let's get grooving. I can only look at you in the eyes right now. It's great seeing Batman and Robin's relationship naturally develop throughout the course of the movie as one of an actual father and son. That's just amazing. I love how they are able to pull that off in a satisfying way. Rosario Dawson is great as Barbara Gordon, the new police commissioner who wants to work with Batman, which is an interesting concept. The police have tried to work with Batman in the past in the comics, and it hasn't really worked out well for them because Batman's methods are kind of outside the law and include a lot of hitting. It is interesting, though, how Barbara just wants so badly to work with Batman because she wants to be like him, or at least she did when she was a kid. Her performance is great, too. A side note, I love how they cast Hector Elizondo as Jim Gordon. If you don't know that actor, he's Tim Allen's boss from Last Man Standing, and he is hilarious in that show. He doesn't get a big role here, but it is nice to hear his voice. It's very distinct. The villains of the Lego Batman movie are also really compelling too. The main villain is Joker, voiced by Zach Galifianakis, who, after seeing the Hangover movies, I recognize a lot more as Joker in this movie. When I first saw it, I didn't really think much of his voice. I don't think I'd seen him in anything prior. But now, after watching the Hangover trilogy, knowing just how funny that guy can be, it's pretty obvious that he's voicing Joker. He's really not doing a voice. He's just doing his regular voice. He's just doing his funny Zach Galifianakis voice. But I really like him as Joker here. I love the allegory of him and Batman's relationship as being like a romantic one. Just the funny references to, I don't really have like a main bad guy right now. I like to fight around. What? Do you realize that you have never taken the time to say the words, I hate you, Joker? Just once. It's funny. The entire movie is funny. The dialogue is witty. It comes at you so fast. Everything about this movie is funny. Bane's voice is hilarious. They give him the Tom Hardy voice. We will be Gotham's reckoning. What are you doing? I'm punching Bane. That was unnecessary. And Billy D. Williams, he finally gets to play Two-Face. He's here too. This video is just going to be a quote fest because I just love Lego Batman so much. I love this movie. It's great. The animation, oh my gosh, it is amazing. I feel like these comments were already said back when the first Lego movie came out, but wow, this animation looks like real stop motion. And it hasn't aged a day. In 2022, it still looks as good as it did when it came out in 2017. The little details, like on Clayface, he has several Lego pieces falling off of him at every second and reforming into different Lego pieces. Every vehicle, every building is made out of actual Lego bricks. That's amazing. That's way different than a lot of the Lego video games where they're Lego characters but in a realistic environment with brick-built vehicles. No, everything here is made of Lego bricks. The entire world is made of Lego. It was the same thing in the Lego movie, but here it's like amped up to 1,000. It looks so good. The animation is fantastic, and the fight scenes, the action sequences are so great. They're so fast-moving, they're kinetic, they keep you engaged. There's always something for your eye to focus on. Batman literally gets to rap in this movie. He gets his own song, for God's sake, towards the beginning of it, and it's hilarious. I have it on my phone. I listen to it quite normally. More so now that I've rewatched this movie. I bought the soundtrack for this movie because I thought it was so good. If I had one criticism to throw at Lego Batman, it is very fast-paced, very in-your-face kind of action. There's not a lot of room for the characters to breathe. This is a very fast-paced movie. You pop this sucker in and you watch it. An hour feels like 10 minutes because of how fast it's going. That also kind of works to the detriment of it because you don't really get a lot of fleshed out character moments. You get some. You get moments. You don't get scenes where the characters are able to sit down and reflect on their past actions. It's really just you get little moments and then action, 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 jokes, jokes, jokes. But Lego Batman does it so well, it's hard for me to even say that that's a criticism because I still felt all of these character arcs. I felt the emotions when Batman has to go back to the Phantom Zone. I felt it all. So I guess what I'm saying is a criticism of this movie is actually not really when you think about it because it works so well in context of the film. It's able to make you care despite not having a ton of time to make you care about the characters. I will say, though, I did feel kind of exhausted by the end of the movie because of how much was happening on screen. It was hard to focus at some points. I watched this while I was at work, so I had to watch it on my phone screen, And my phone does 1080p perfectly fine, but it's still kind of hard to see everything when you're watching it on this little brick. I probably should have watched it on my big TV, but I don't think I would have been able to catch everything on a first, second, third watch, whatever watch time this is I watched this for. That sentence made zero sense. I don't think I still would have been able to catch everything because there's so much flying at you at almost every moment. There's not one moment where a character stops moving in this movie. Everyone's always animated and moving around, or slight body shuffle, or the head turning or something. No character sits still for more than like 5 seconds in this movie. And for me, being 22, that kind of got exhausting after a while. For a kid, it probably wouldn't. They probably watched this movie 1,000 times and not feel tired. Me, I got a little bit tired by the end of it. I was like, all right, let's wrap it up. This is a great movie, but let's stop with the jokes. Let's get some characters in. All right, here we go. Credits roll. See ya. You know? I still absolutely love Lego Batman and everything that it was able to do for the Lego franchise, and it pains me that we don't have a sequel to this movie, because there was one that was going to be made. It was being planned right before the Lego franchise got sold to Universal. And now they can't use Warner Brothers characters anymore. That was really upsetting. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy there's not a sequel, because we have this one great self-contained story that won't be potentially ruined by a lesser sequel coming out soon. We have this movie, and we can cherish it for the rest of time. We have it. It happened, and it's great. The villain cameos in the Phantom Zone are also great too. King Kong, Voldemort, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Daleks from Doctor Who are in here. Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, that big creature with 4 arms, was that Godzilla? I keep thinking it's Godzilla. He's never actually name-dropped, but I feel like it was Godzilla. And then, of course, the Eye of Sauron. That's hilarious, because that's such a weird character. Like, it's a giant eye. It makes sense that Joker would use that for a camera. Side note, it was also cool to hear Erin from The Office play Phyllis, who's also a character from The Office. It was just cool hearing her voice and recognizing, hey, it's Erin! Nice to see you back. I think it's obvious from how much I've been gushing about the Lego Batman movie that I'm going to recommend it. Is it the best movie the Lego franchise has given us? That's up for debate. Personally, it's my favorite of the Lego franchise. I just love that Will Arnett's character of Batman got a great spin-off movie, and it's amazing, and it works on its own. You don't have to see the first Lego movie to see what is happening here, although I do like the callbacks. For example, we see footage from the first Lego movie where Emmett is falling into the abyss of nothing when Gotham City is being ripped apart. You see the abyss of nothing down there. That's from the first movie. This exists in the same universe. And Batman says Master Builder several times, referencing that he's a Master Builder, which was established in the first Lego movie. I love the callbacks here. So yes, again, if it wasn't obvious, go out and watch the Lego Batman movie. If you've seen it already, watch it again, because it's fantastic and you'll definitely love it. Especially if you're a Batman fan. There are some deep cuts for villains here. Condiment King? Who would have thought we would have seen Condiment King on screen at any point in time? King Tut? Was he from the 60s show? Who would have thought he would have come back? Number 4, where should you pick this product up? Well, if you're a pleb and you love DVD, you should get it at Walmart, but if you like superior picture and audio quality, look online for the Blu-ray. And number 5, what price should you pay? Well, I don't know a lot about these prices, honestly. The Blu-ray, I think, is not really worth all that much. It was reprinted a bunch of times, so maybe $5-10 for that. DVD, $5, because it's out in Walmarts right now. The 4K, that one's interesting. I have not seen the 4K pop up on the secondary market too much, and I don't know a lot of people that have it. I'd say $15 to $20 for that. 3D Blu-ray, actually, I think was more common than the 4K, because 3D was on its way out by this point, so probably the same price as the 4K, I would say. I'm not going to rate any of the exclusives or give you advice on how to find those, because I don't know where to find those. They all came with cheap toys, or one was a steelbook, so. Alright, that wraps up the review for the Lego Batman movie. I am exhausted recording this review because I went so fast talking about this movie that I'm sweating right now. Then again, it does get very hot in this closet that I'm recording in, and it's like 70 degrees outside right now, so it's not very cool outside. So that's my fault for wanting to record at 2 o'clock in the morning. So for those of you wondering what we're going to do next, and those of you that hate superhero movies and don't like that I've been covering them for the last couple of weeks, don't worry. The superhero streak is over. We are done with superheroes for the rest of this show. Well, the rest of the season, not the rest of the show. We got to go back and do Endgame at some point. For the rest of this season, we're done with superheroes. But we're not done with Warner Brothers, because I want to talk about a movie that people despise. There are a lot of fans of this franchise out there that won't even acknowledge that this movie exists, much less the show that it created exists. They think, oh, that's a baby show. That was a cash grab for kids. There's nothing to that movie or that show. I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. Maybe not about the movie, but about the show. You're definitely wrong. The movie, well, we'll talk about that more next week when we talk about Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That's right, Stinky the Hutt is making his first appearance and only appearance on Home Media Reviews next week. I hope to see you all there. Thank you all so very much for watching, and as always, good night, everybody.